Why do we act? And what is acting? Acting is just playing pretend. But if we pretend that we are acting, then where does acting stop and really begin? Acting is real, but so is faking. And faking's that seem more fun than acts. Reality sucks, and so does acting. But here we are in behind eyes. I'm letting go, that shallow actor. Never on the screen I just feel. I'm so many things to tell you. So you ready for your mind to refill. Nothing is wrong, and life is a joke. You can't have a fire without having to smoke. This is a mess. I have no teacher, so tell me, what do I need to do to reach you?
Hello, my name is Connor Ratliff, and this is Connor Ratliff Presents the Acting Class. I want to start out by apologizing for the insensitivity of the lyrics in the song, the reference to fire and smoke. We are taking the show to LA next week, and I have rewritten the lyrics because I thought that would be a gut punch. It just didn't bother anybody here, so it's so cool. But it's the one time that the song sort of drifts into a pointless metaphor, and now everything that you make reference to has some sort of horrible parallel in reality. But we're not going to talk about reality tonight. We're going to talk about acting, and I want to begin by seeing, just by a show of hands, how many people here identify as actors? All right, fair number. And how many would say, no, I'm definitely not an actor. I am just here. Please don't call on me. All right. It's about an even split. I'm always curious who here is here just to gawk and who here is here to better their craft. It's usually about 50-50, and that's fine. That's the country we live in. Everything is divided by 50-50. I'm not saying the 50-50 lines up to any other 50-50, and that's the end of politics for this show. I can't promise that. It might drift its way back in, although I do not watch the news anymore. I want to start off by talking to an actor, and I want to see if there's an actor out here who has booked work in the last, let's say, 3 months. You.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hello.
You've booked work recently.
Yes.
What did you book?
I was the promotional voiceover for I Saw the TV Glow on HBO Max.
You were the promotional voiceover
Yes.
for the feature film I Saw the TV Glow
Yes.
on HBO Max.
Yes.
Now, I'm a professional actor. I've done voiceover work. I still don't know exactly what that is.
It was pretty awesome.
So what? The movie's done. The movie's, you're not part of the movie. And you're not like on staff at HBO Max. They bring you in because HBO Max.
Over the phone.
Over the phone?
Yeah.
You record over the phone?
My friend helped me record it. They were on the phone.
They were on the phone. What did they need from you? What did you know when the job first came to you? Did you get an email or a call?
I got an email.
An email.
Yeah.
What did the email say to you? This is, for those of you who are not in the business, this will be a fascinating insight into how the sausage is made. Where does an opportunity first present itself? So you're just checking your emails on your phone or on another device?
Well, my agent called me because I didn't.
Okay, so the story actually
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not mad. I just want to make sure that we tell the story, the full story.
Okay.
So you get a phone. So what are you doing when you get this phone call? Do you remember where you were?
I think I was walking.
Walking. That's not a where. It's a what were you doing? Where were you walking? Also, this is not a high-pressure situation.
Okay.
We're going I'm bringing a certain intensity because people have paid $1 to get in here. You know what I mean? So I have to do this to you.
No.
But I'm not angry, and you're not in trouble.
Thank you. That's okay.
Where were you walking? And if it's private, if you were walking somewhere that you weren't supposed to be, if this in any way doxes you or exposes you, you can just say, I'm not comfortable answering where I was walking.
and we can draw our own conclusions.
I was at the Myrtle Wyckoff subway station.
Okay, I'm not gonna reenact this. I'm not gonna charge you. But, so you were in transit. You were going from one place to another, the hustle and bustle of life in the city. You get a phone call from your agent, you take it.
Yeah.
What is
well, my agent's assistant.
Okay.
And she was like,
Isn't it interesting the way
hey,
life is an onion? The way there's so many layers to it. We thought this story began with an email at a device of some sort. No. It begins with the assistant of an agent calling you. So this is, what do you think? First you just see the number. It's from that office, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, what could this be?
Yeah.
You answer. What do they say?
She said, hey, you haven't responded to our email yet.
So there was an
like, what
email
email?
before.
Yeah,
There was an email before.
That's why I lied.
that you. No, it's not a lie. It's not a lie. Life is complicated. The truth is a mystery. Nobody knows what reality is anymore. No one agrees what the truth is. This is not a political statement. It's just because we live in an information age, and humans are fallible. So the way that information already, for whatever this is, it's already starting in a way that's so complicated. You've already let down your agent to the point where the assistant is like, I'll see what's up with him. I'll call him.
Yeah.
He's not responding to the email.
Yeah.
So like, why haven't you responded to the email?
It's because I'm their one transgender guy.
Okay.
And so if I don't accept, then nobody accepts.
All right. So it's
What?
your way or the highway in this office.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that doesn't explain why you didn't. You hadn't got around to the email.
That's why I think they were like, hey, it's been 2 hours.
Yeah.
Why haven't
Yeah,
you?
we need to hear from you.
Sorry. Yeah.
And so now we're initiating a second round of communication towards you.
Yes.
So then what do they say about the job? Do they just direct you to the email? Go read the email.
They were like, read the email, and then I had to record that day.
Okay.
As the audition, and then 3 days later, I then had to record that day as doing the voiceover.
All right, so this is a thing where time is of the essence.
Right.
HBO Max has the rights to play the feature film,
Yeah.
I Saw the TV Glow. How many people in here have seen I Saw the TV Glow? All right? How many of you watched it on HBO Max? That's what I'm still going to call it. I know it's just Max. I know it's just Max. I understand. But in this age, where we have so little control over anything, my tiny act of political protest shall be to refer to it in perpetuity as HBO Max. I'm not a hero. I'm not a hero. So how many of you watched I Saw the TV Glow on Max? One? Do you remember any? Okay, now I still don't know what the voiceover is in promoting it. So what did you
want me to do it?
We're not there yet.
Sorry.
What I want to know is what information they convey to you, because this is the thing. We have this idea of what acting will be, and I include myself in this. We have an idea when we decide to pursue acting that it will be one thing, and it's actually many other things, and it's rarely the thing that we think it's going to be. And even when we get to the point where we know what it is, it's still frequently something different than we expect. And when I say different, I mean usually disappointingly different. When you thought of becoming an actor, whatever, and we'll get to what it is. We will get there. But when you imagine being an actor, being the promotional voice of a film that you're not a part of, that tells its own separate story, on some sort of platform, whether at the time when you decided to become an actor, Max existed or not, surely that was probably not your dream, right?
No, I mean, I was pretty psyched about it.
Not asking whether you were psyched.
Oh, sorry.
Not asking.
Okay.
It's okay to be psyched.
Thanks.
It's okay to be excited. I'm not trying to diminish in any way what you've accomplished.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to walk us through the process.
Okay, yeah.
That
So,
this-
no, I guess
I'm
it's not
assuming-
my full dream.
This
That
wasn't-
got bigger,
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Like-
This wasn't the dream. You can be psyched about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that once you recorded whatever, we'll find out what it is. Because I like living in the mystery for a moment of what it could be. Because there's a lot of different things. There's a lot of different things that a promotional voice for Max, HBO Max, promoting the movie I Saw the TV Glow could be. It could just be like, hey everybody, guess what movie's coming up next? That's a promotional voice, right? You're watching, you have something on in the background, you hear that voice, it makes you watch the movie. It's something that the movie doesn't have. The movie, I haven't seen the movie yet, I hear it's very good. But I assume the movie doesn't have a voice that yells so you can hear it maybe in the next room. Hey everybody, the movie I saw the TV Glow is about to start on Max! I bet that's not what the promotional voice was. How far off am I?
Only a little bit.
Really?
It's a little more like dropped in.
A little more dropped in, just a subtle, just a little hey everybody.
Yeah.
Hey everybody,
Absolutely.
we're gonna movie going on.
Yeah.
Just something so you're like, you almost, it's just like a little layer of like butter or something. Just like a little, like, let's just put a little butter on this. Hey everybody watching HBO Max. There's a movie coming up, and we need a voice. We need a voice for this movie to get people to watch it. They've already subscribed to the premium channel, so they have access to it, and we have their money. But we need to make them watch the movies. We need something to engage them, and the movie doesn't have that. The movie doesn't have that voice. What's the next phase of your process? Do you have the first thing you record? Is it an audition, or do you have this job?
I record an audition and I book it.
You
and
book it?
They said that they.
What's the time frame? Is it quick? You book
it's
it?
like 3 days.
3 days time.
Yeah.
3 days time. So you record it, and then they have.
Record the audition.
You record that audition, and they have 3 days from then.
Mm-hmm.
So presumably they might be hearing some other voices in the mix.
Yeah.
Maybe. Do you know?
Yes.
There were other voices in the mix.
Yes. But they liked mine.
What did you record? What did you say? As close as you can remember to what you recorded for the audition.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
It's okay.
Okay.
You've already booked this job.
So you have nothing writing on this. I just want to know.
I'm parched.
If you don't, I'll tell you this. If you don't want the performance aspect of this, if you don't need, because this is not a role that was ever designed to be performed live in front of an audience.
If you want to just go into the other room,
To me, I think I can get everyone to agree to wait here patiently. If you prefer that. Would you prefer that?
Yeah.
All right.
thank you.
We'll be right back. This isn't going to take very long. Okay?
Okay, so it's very simple.
We have it. So I heard what the line is, and it's got less of a, it's less hype than I imagined.
But it literally just is, I saw the TV Glow coming to Max December 17th. That's the, don't worry, I didn't like, they're getting a beverage. I didn't, this isn't a Willy Wonka type situation where if you volunteer and say, well, I shoved them down an exhaust tube and they're gone now. But I do want to say that this is stark. It's minimalist. This is a job that is very much just the information. There's nothing superlative. There's not an ounce of fat on this text. Title of the movie, where you can see it, and when. So it's just what? What? You can come back. Yeah. People are disturbed that you didn't come back. Oh, sorry. You can go there. All right. So you auditioned this, you nailed it, you got it.
Thank you.
Other people recorded this. I saw the TV Glow. 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 I saw the TV Glow.
options. I saw the TV glow. I saw the TV glow. I saw the TV glow. Coming to Max. Coming to Max. Coming to Max. Coming to Max. December 17th. December 17th. December 17th. I saw the TV glow. Coming to Max. December 17th. I saw the TV glow. Coming to Max. December 17th. I saw the TV glow. Coming to Max. December 17th. I saw the TV glow. Coming to Max. December 17th. I saw the TV glow. Coming to Max. December 17th. I saw the TV glow. Coming to Max. December 17th. I saw the TV glow. Coming to Max. December 17th. I saw the TV glow. Coming to Max. December 17th. I saw the TV glow. Coming to Max. December 17th. I saw the TV glow. Coming to Max. December 17th. I saw the TV glow. Coming to Max. December 17th. I saw the TV glow. Coming to Max. December 17th. I saw the TV glow. Coming to Max. December 17th. Me. That's right, me. I saw the TV glow. Coming to Max. December 17th. You can't fool me, you piece of shit. I know that movie's gonna play. I know when. I know where. And I know what. So don't lie to me, Dad. I saw the TV glow. December 17th. Coming to Max. And then we wait. 3 days. Wake up in the morning, fix breakfast, something healthy, something light. Go about your day. Maybe you run a few errands, you have some phone calls, maybe a Zoom meeting. Nothing that adds up to anything. You take a walk in the park, you look around, you people watch. It's nice. It's New York City, it's winter. What a great town. You come back to your little apartment. It's not much, but it's all you got. It's home. You turn in, you watch something. You got a ton of things on Blu-ray, but you just click whatever's on the stream. You just browse around the Roku until you find something. You don't even stay awake during it, you fall asleep. Then you wake up for day 2, you fix yourself a little breakfast, something healthy, something light, maybe something fun for yourself. You deserve a treat. You go about your day, you have a couple of meetings, a couple of phone calls, no Zooms today, but that's okay. You had a Zoom yesterday. Maybe you'll have a Zoom tomorrow. You shouldn't rate how well your life's going by how many Zoom meetings you have. You walk around the park, oh, it's cold out. It's New York City, but hey, it's the greatest city in the world, isn't it? Someone following you, you maybe you come home a little early. You weren't quite comfortable. You don't even turn on the TV this time. You read for a minute or two, but it's just the same 2 pages you read a couple nights earlier. You forgot where you were. You lost your place. You went back. You read a little bit. Fell asleep before you got to the same place. Wake up. It's day 3.
Haven't heard anything. Maybe you skip breakfast. Yeah, I'm not hungry, you know? I'll eat a big lunch. Yeah, I don't eat breakfast every day. Besides, I'll save money on cereal this way. If I don't eat cereal every morning, the cereal will last longer. That way the cereal will be cheaper. Yeah, that makes sense. Skip breakfast. Who said it's the most important meal of the day? That's just something you heard when you were a kid, and a lot of that stuff is proven to be incorrect. It's just what people knew at the time. You get up, you run a few errands, you have some phone calls, no students, you walk around the park, oh my God, this fucking city. And then you get a phone call. Where were you when you got the phone call? Well, you were walking. That's where. Hello? Oh. It actually didn't have anything to do with what you recorded for the voiceover job. Completely unrelated call from a number you didn't recognize. Because the truth of the matter is, when you don't book a job like that, they don't call you. They never tell you. You just figure it out when time passes and they never hire you to do the job you recorded for. The only person they tell is the person who booked the job. So what did they say? How did you find out when you booked the job?
They called me.
Was it an email? Was it a phone call? It's not. I don't care. It's just like I just did a couple of takes, a couple of variations. I gave them some options. Maybe I gave them too many options.
They called again because again I didn't see the email saying that I had booked it like 2 hours before that, and that I had to record it that day. But they said that everyone in the room really liked my androgynous voice.
Okay. Well, that's an answer anyway. Maybe my voice wasn't androgynous. Maybe that was it. Maybe not everybody liked it in the room. Maybe somebody in the room liked it, but not everybody. Maybe more people in the room liked what you recorded over what I recorded. And that's fine. That's the business. That's the business. You're going to have a thick skin. If you're going to be in the business, you can't take it personally. You can't take it personally. How many takes did you record?
4.
Fuck! You never find out. You never, unless it's close, unless it's a big thing and they're really in conversation with you, you rarely find out. The way you usually find out, if you find out at all, is you either forget about it, and then maybe someday it passes through your mind, or one of those nights you're just flipping around and you're, seeing what's on. Oh, a movie's finishing. I wonder what's next. And then the little thing pops up on the screen, you're watching it, says, I saw the TV glow. Coming to Max, December 17th. Not even watching Max, I'm watching something else. I guess this is an ad that plays around because it's driving people to Max. Would that be right? They play it other places, or would they play it on Max?
I don't know exactly where they played it, but I think, yeah.
You don't even care, do you?
You
don't care where they played. Did you ever hear it? Did you ever hear what you did?
I heard it, yeah. They said, I tried to find it, but they sent it to me.
They sent it to you?
Yeah.
All right. They sent it to you, so you listened to it. Did you like what you did?
Well, at first I was like, oh my God, but then I was like, no, this is cool.
First you were like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then you were like, no, this is cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Because it's a hard one thing to book anything. And there will be people, I didn't really, this is just for demonstration purposes. I never had a chance. Like
I liked what you were doing.
Nobody wants, let me tell you something,
Okay.
all right? I know what I'm good for.
Right.
Nobody wants to hear this voice telling them that a movie is available. I saw the TV glow, coming to Max, December 17th. It just sounds like a party you don't want to attend. There's no version of it. I could do my I saw the TV glow, coming to Max, December 17th. It just sounds fake. Your voice sounds like the type of voice that I think if I heard it,
telling me about a movie and telling me about when and where I could see it, I consider it. And that's all, that's the role, right? Did you think about what went through your head when you recorded it for real? What went through your head?
I was like, I've gotta have this.
I gotta have this.
I've gotta have this.
Now, do you approach, when it's just information and you're a voice, do you approach it like you're a character? Do you think like, who is this guy?
No, I try to be me, but like really chilled out.
You, but chilled out,
But I'm happy.
just delivering information.
Yeah.
So you try to relax and then just deliver the information.
Like I'm talking to a good friend.
Like you're talking to a good friend. It's a great process. It's a great process. Because you have to think about something like that. You've got, we don't need any more actors. That's just a harsh reality. We don't need any more actors. We have enough. So what's the point of being an actor? The point of being an actor is that you're you. That's the whole point. Even though you're going to be playing people who aren't you. But the thing you're bringing to it, no matter who you play that's not you, the thing you're bringing to it is who you are. You can't help it. So that's the only thing you have. So even, I salute you. I salute you. I know this isn't a salute. I know this isn't. I'm smart enough to know that this is an accusatory finger point. But I think what you did was exactly right, which is that like you don't want to give a whole story to it, but you thought about it and you gave it something. And I think hopefully people will hear that and they'll think, it feels like my friend wants me to watch that movie. Yeah. You're welcome. Feels like my friend wants me to watch that movie. Now I'm imagining a character for which HBO Max would never hire anyone, which is the person receiving. That's just their audience. They don't need to hire anyone for that. That's the people they want money from. And yet I can't help but engage in the dialogue that your character started. Imagine who is the good friend who didn't know about this. Hey, thanks, pal. I've been looking to watch an interesting movie, but I didn't know when one would be on. I mean, there's so many. There's so many movies, it's hard to decide. I can't make up my mind. That's something that a friend can be for. Just to take this world we live in and make it a little simpler. There's so much information. I'm going out of my fucking mind. I need a friend. I need a friend to just tell me what I can watch and when and where. Jesus Christ, pal, you saved my life. You really did? No. I'm not exaggerating here. I was at a wit's end. I remember it was December 16th. I'm like, what am I going to do tomorrow? There's so much to do in this world. You realize every book, every record, every movie, every TV show, they're all available now. Like if you go back, you had like a limited number of like, we got these books and that's it. But now I got a machine I carry around in my pocket and it has everything on it. It has everything. Do you know how bad that feels? It was the dream. But then when it came true, we realized it's not what we wanted. You know, it's like when you tell, like when a parent tells like a very young child, what do you want for breakfast? I know that sounds like a good thing. And it's, you know, I'm not a parent. I'm an uncle. And I've seen it. I've seen what it looks like when you got a 2-year-old in the morning or a 3-year-old and the parent says, what do you want for breakfast? That kid doesn't know. That kid has no fucking idea. And you're putting all of it on them. You're putting all of it on them. I don't know what I want. I'm just 2. A 2-year-old boy. Mommy, why? Mommy, why would you ask me that? What do I want for breakfast? Eggs? No. Toast? No. I want sugar. I want cookies. I want cake. You don't know what I want. And I certainly don't know what's good for me. Why would you do this to me? Mother, Father, why? Why would you offer this to me? It isn't because they didn't mean well.
My folks didn't know any better. You know? You have a kid, and suddenly it's real. Suddenly this thing that you thought you were on the other side of, now you're in charge of it. You made a person, and you don't know what you're doing, and you're scared to death. And so you give the kid choices, and you think that's great, right? Choices, options. That's good. But the kid is confused on levels they don't even know how to understand. And that kid grows up, and he doesn't know what to watch. On December 17th, on Max! But where the parents, no matter how well-intentioned they might have been, where the parents let you down, that's where a good friend can save the day. Thank you, friend. Thank you for telling me what I could watch. It's no small thing. And in that moment, I start to make peace with my mom and dad. God rest their souls. Because I realized in a way they weren't equipped. They didn't know what to say. They were just offering breakfast. What could be nicer? They didn't realize the damage they were doing. They were building a person that would feel unsafe, would feel unprotected in this world that has real dangers. And yet something as benign as a choice at breakfast for a tiny tot can pave the way for a lifetime of the inability and doubt to make decisions, to make choices, to give options, just like the options that I fucking gave them when I recorded a 5-minute self-tape for HBO Max. I overdid it. I remember when I was in drama school, sometimes my professors would say, "You go too far. You go too far." And I said, "What do you know? You're tired, you're through, you're finished, your dreams are dead. If you knew what you're doing, you wouldn't be here now teaching me. You'd be out there, living your dream." I didn't listen. They were trying to help me. They were trying to make me a better actor. And they failed. They failed to make me a better actor. If I was a success, I would be the voice, the good friend, telling you when and where you could watch a movie. I want to talk to a non-actor. I know I promised. Oh. Hey, hi. You're not an actor. I want to say something, which is that frequently, when I ask people in the audience to identify as a non-actor, within 30 to 60 seconds, we discover that they very much are an actor, whether they realize it or not. I'm curious whether you truly are a non-actor. You ever acted?
In my life?
Yes.
I did in high school.
In high school? Okay.
Musicals, yeah.
What did you do in high school? That's the last time you've acted?
Yeah.
All right.
Guys and Dolls when I was 15 years old.
Guys and Dolls when you're 15 years old. You play a gangster?
Yes. One of the bookies.
Right.
Yeah.
What led you to audition for Guys and Dolls? This is a high school production?
My mother loves acting, and so she was pushing me to do creative work like that.
Your mother loves acting.
Yeah.
So she was pushing you to do creative work. Had your mother acted?
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to act? Did any part of you want to act, or was it all mother?
Mostly, yeah.
Mostly her.
Mostly her, yeah.
Were you nervous?
Yeah.
When you auditioned, what did you have to do? Did you have to stand up in front of a room full of people?
We were sitting in rows like this, having to sing to each other.
You sat in rows like this, having to sing to each other.
100%.
What the fuck?
I just don't know what a panic attack was that day. Thank you.
I really had a panic attack because I've never heard of that being the way you audition for something. Normally they make you get up on the stage so that you know that you don't hate that you can do that. Because it's much easier, it's much more comfortable to sit in the audience
You know, people do it all the time for fun. So you were singing to each other individually, like they'd point to you and say, sing to each other.
We had the script in front of us and we had to go through it.
What song were you singing? I got the horse right here.
Exactly
that one. All Revere, right? So you were singing a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Do you like to sing?
I do.
You do like to sing.
Yeah.
Did you then?
Back when I was auditioning?
Yeah. Okay. So that's good. So you had some portion of pleasure built into it already, right? But acting was mother's desire.
Yeah.
That has been imposed upon you. How did she express it? What's a sentence she might have said to encourage you to audition?
Definitely big on the, you haven't tried it yet.
You haven't tried it. You don't know.
How do you know? Yeah.
You don't know. What's your first name?
I'm Spencer.
Spencer. Spencer. And what's your mom like? What's she like? What's your mom like? What was she like?
She's strong.
She's strong.
Intense, yeah.
All right, that's all I need. Spencer, what do you mean you don't like it? You haven't tried it. You haven't. You don't know. You don't know. I want to tell you something, Spencer. I think you should do this. And when I say I think you should do this, I mean you're going to do this. You're going to audition for Guys and Dolls. It's a wonderful play. A musical play about gangsters and ladies and the times they share together. It's fun. It's got catchy songs. Marlon Brando was in the movie. Frank Sinatra was in the movie. They're cool dudes. I want you to audition for this. I know you love to sing. There's singing in this play. The thing you love. The thing you love and the thing I love. Happening on a stage. I know you're scared. I'm going to put a call in to the school so that the audition does not take place on the stage. I'll make it happen, Spencer. You know I will. I'm stronger than anyone at that school. I'm more intense. I have a quiet intensity about me that makes sure I get what I want, and you will be in that production, Spencer. What part did you play, Spencer?
Sorry?
What part did you play?
Gangster.
What?
Like an extra gangster.
An extra gangster? Like if they're like, we don't have enough gangsters. We have one extra. Hey, it's me, the spare.
It was
You're part of the ensemble.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Not an extra gangster, Spencer. All right? Never think of what you did that way. I was an extra gangster. There is no such thing in La Casa Nostra. They don't just have extra gangsters. They have as many gangsters as their organization can maintain. No more and no less. If you are a gangster, if you are part of their thing, you are part of it. No extras. Now, there are extras in movies and television. Background players. I don't mean to imply that there aren't. But what you did was play part of the ensemble. Did you sing in Sit Down, You're Rocking the Boat?
Yeah.
I bet that was fun. Yes? You had a good time?
I did.
You weren't nervous when you did the play?
After rehearsals for months, yeah, you get used to it, I think.
Yes. And that's the process. You've just described what it is. That's what we do in theater. We rehearse it, and then it's fine. If it was fine before we rehearsed it, we wouldn't need to rehearse it. We would just do it. That's the process. Did you have an approach, a method to how you thought of yourself when you were this extra gangster? Because I'll use your terms because up until tonight, that is what you thought of it as. And I want to be true to how you actually worked through this process. When you looked at the other people in the play, playing characters, what did you think? Those are my friends, they're pretending?
Right, yeah, they're doing a good job, and I need to pretend that I'm not freaking out, you know?
They're doing a good job, and I need to pretend that I'm not freaking out. And did anyone say, Spencer, I saw Guys and Dolls, you look like you were freaking out. Did anyone say that?
No one ever said that.
You know why that is, Spencer?
You can't tell?
Maybe. I don't know that. I know you, Spencer, and I know what you've told me. If you considered your job, you approached this role, the extra gangster, just one of the crowd, just the one gangster that if anyone could suddenly say, we need someone to leave, you'd be like, oh, I guess it's me. The extra gangster. You approached this role from a place of deep insecurity and low self-esteem. And Spencer, I don't know if you know that you triumphed. Do you know that, Spencer? Don't thank me. You did it! You did it, Spencer! You did it! Your task, as you looked at the other members of the cast playing principal and supporting roles, you had already demoted yourself to the lowest of all performers in the production, the extra gangster. And you set yourself a task. Everyone else is doing a good job. And I just need to pretend that I'm not freaking out. And the people who came to that show, they watched it. They watched you. They might not have always been focused on you, but you were part of the effect. And if you had been freaking out, they would have noticed. They would have said, that kid's having a hard time. You see that extra gangster they have over to the side? Poor boy. What's your mother's name?
Carolyn.
That's Carolyn's boy. He's only in the play because this is what she likes. Though I do hear he loves to sing. That's not what they saw. They just watched Guys and Dolls. And they saw the guys, and they saw the dolls, and they saw all the gangsters, including the extra one. And at no point did anyone ever witness you freaking out because you were acting like you weren't freaking out. You were freaking out, right, Spencer?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine this. Because the theater, you're not a theater kid. You wouldn't say, you didn't identify as an actor. You don't identify as a theater kid.
Not really.
What did you think of the confidence of those theater kids playing the main roles? What did you think of that? Be honest.
Yeah, I wish I could be like that.
You wished.
Yeah.
You made a wish. You wished you could be like them. Spencer. The wish came true. Far be it for me to say you may have wasted a real wish. I don't believe in wishes, but let's just say that that was a real wish that actually came true. You could have wished for anything. And basically, whatever was controlling the wishes. I don't think it's a true thing. I don't think there's any authority, any power that grants wishes. But we don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows. All we know is that the wish came true. You wished you could be like them, and you were, because you played the extra gangster with enough aplomb that it disguised the terror that you were feeling. No one knew, and that's acting. You put on a performance. You put on a show. You made a wish. Your wish came true. And whatever authority was looking at the wishes, being like, let's grant this one, grant this one. Oh, he wants to be president again? Oh, okay. I said I wouldn't. But it's fucking impossible! A couple times a day, you just have to, the reality of it sinks in, and then you just have to let it out, and you move on. Do not read the news the way you used to. But they looked at the wishes, they said, hey, I got one. Like, what's that? Oh. Got this kid, he's in a production of Guys and Dolls. He's freaking out. Who's he play? Part of the ensemble. You know, like an extra gangster. You know what? We'll grant it. You could add anything. We all get one wish every. We don't know it. Every person in the world gets one wish, and it's random when they go up. But we know how it works. When you make wishes, most of them just fly through every now and then. Everybody gets one, and not everybody gets one granted, but you have one that you could get granted. Does that make sense? Yeah. Hi, I work for the universe, and specifically I work in the wishing department, and what I do is, you know what it's like, you ever make a wish, you ever make a wish, you ever make a wish? Anybody here not make a wish? Anyone here not ever? Okay, so good. So everybody's made a wish. Basically what happens, whether you say it, whether you write it down, whether you sing it, if you express it in some form, but you have to either verbalize it or write it down. You can't mumble it. We got to be able to get it clearly either on the microphones we have everywhere or be able to see it on the cameras that see all. So we need to see it or hear it or feel it. It's just like a number of ways. All the wishes come through, and we got a handful of people sorting through the wishes, doing the best they can. And anyone here got a wish? Anyone here got a wish? Anyone here? Anyone here? No one got a wish? No one got a wish? Anyone got a wish? Anyone got a, you just want one wish? No one here has a wish. They want a wish. I'm not going to grant it, so it can be a wish. No one has a wish? No one has a wish? I can do this all day. No one has a wish? You can make a wish. Anyone going to make a wish? No one's going to raise their hand and make a wish. No one's going to raise their hand and make a wish. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, you're going to make a wish. What's your wish? Book an A24 movie. All right? I want to say, be very careful in how you word your wishes, because to me, that's clear. Are you a performer? Yeah. So you want to book an acting role in an A24 movie. Because let me show you what happens sometimes. The wish is just book an A24 movie. Well, there's a lot of jobs on A24 movies. So you could end up doing something you don't want to do. Also, they publish their screenplays for a lot of their movies in really nice book form. There's really, I don't know if you've seen this, A24, like a lot of they're really nice. And so book an A24 movie. Technically, they could just send one of those to your house. Just the published screenplay of Everything Everywhere All at Once in a nice, and you'll be like, oh, this is the book of an A24 movie. Be careful what you wish for. Because we don't have time. By the time someone has misread your wish, we're on to the next wish. Because time and space is fluid, and we're getting wishes from every era and every, like when we get it, you wouldn't believe the way the universe is structured, so that where we are not experiencing time linearly, so we're getting the wishes sometimes after the person has died, and we're granting them during their life, and it's changing the course. It's all very complicated in a way that your planet's science will not be able to ever figure out. You'll never figure out what we do. But I'm dumbing it down. I'm giving you the very, very broad strokes version of what we do with wishes. We send a wish up and we grant the wish. And on the day, Spencer, that you were wishing that you could be like the other performers, the theater kids in Guys and Dolls. We granted your wish. Do you feel good about it, Spencer?
I'm happy that I performed in that, yeah.
You're not under oath, Spencer. You had a fun time.
I had a fun time.
You had a fun time with your friends. And really, that's all it is. On some level. This life, a fun time with your friends. What could be better than that? I want to talk to another actor, one who maybe hasn't booked something in the last 3 months, and just get a sense. Is there anyone here, an actor who hasn't booked anything in the last 3 months? Because who knows, maybe this will be the luck. If you talk to me, maybe this will be the luck. I'm no longer the wish guy, by the way, I'm back to just being me. Sometimes the delineations between characterizations are a thin veil, and I can drop the character and you don't realize it yet. Is there anyone who's willing to talk to me? If not, I will just, is there someone? Yes. You are an actor. What's your name? First name? What? Amy. And you haven't booked something in a while. When's the last thing you booked? October, that's not that long. You're just on the cusp. It was just past, it's just like a season ago.
Yeah.
What was the thing you booked?
An episode of the TV show.
Can we hear what the TV show is?
Elsbeth.
Elsbeth. Can I tell you something? I've auditioned a lot for Elsbeth.
We all do.
How many people in here have auditioned for Elsbeth? It's a New York City show with lots of characters who only appear once. Yeah, I've auditioned a bunch, and I keep watching, and every time I see, what was the character that you auditioned for?
It was the assistant of a writer on a TV show who was murdered.
An assistant of a writer on a TV show who was murdered. The assistant wasn't murdered, the writer on the TV show was murdered, and you were the assistant. So what did you have to do? What kind of things did your character do? Like, oh my God!
It was just a lot of answering questions, like, oh no, I never suspected anything, and then I did hear this.
Yeah, so you're just a exposition, information. You're helping move it forward. Did you have a particular way that you approached this character when you played it, when you did the audition for it? It's okay if you didn't. It's okay if you're just like, I just read the words as if I was this person, and I filmed myself doing it, and I got a friend to read the other character's lines, and that was it. And I sent him the tape, and somebody else did it.
No, I put in a lot of time.
You put in a lot of time.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that was the last thing you booked.
Yeah, that was the
So you actually did it.
Wait, I what?
You booked it.
Yeah.
You're in the episode. So I've seen you. I've seen you act.
Oh, you have?
Yes, because I watch Elsbeth because I keep auditioning for. I watch. And I'll tell you this. I don't remember the character specifically, but it's not. I shouldn't, right? Like you would have been distracting if you didn't done something too memorable in that role because it's a functional role. You know, right?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, because I watch you because I auditioned for it. I've watched The Good Fight and The Good Wife and all the things in that universe, that reality that show takes place. And every person had, I assume you'd auditioned for Elsbeth before.
Like 5 times.
5 times.
Yeah.
So this is the hope. You keep going back, and then finally, of the roles that you auditioned for, was this the one that you felt you were most right for?
They were all the same. It was like all assistants.
All assistants.
Yeah.
Is that the vibe you give off?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. This is a thing, which is that, and I've learned this of late, which is that at a certain point, no matter what your dream is as an actor, you find out that people see you as this. They see you as an assistant. Will you be the assistant in this episode of Elsbeth? Put yourself on tape for it. No, you can't be that one. Will you put yourself on tape as an assistant for this next episode of Elsbeth? Put yourself on tape. No, you can't be this one. Will you put yourself on tape to be an assistant in this episode of Elsbeth? Yes, now you can be. Be the assistant. Yes, he was alive and then he was dead. And I had so many things that I was supposed to do. And now I can't do them. Or should I do them? What do I do? They're dead. They were here at 5 o'clock. And then they weren't at 5:30. And then they were dead. And that's the information. And then the scene is over. And we never hear from that assistant again. Unless they work for someone else who gets murdered in a later episode. Which could happen, but it probably won't. I tried so many times to be on Elsbeth. And when I watch the episodes, I see what they wanted. I see that it wasn't me. Every time. Not once have I looked at the episode and said, oh, they wanted me and they did this instead. No, every time it's a character played by someone who thankfully is, it's been nice. Because the worst is when it's someone who's close enough to you that you think, oh, I'm going to be fighting this man for the rest of my days. There are a few of them that I find frequently. I audition for things, and then there'll be a different man of a certain size and shape with the beard, and they get it, and then I see them do it, and I'm like, they did a good job, but I will fight you. I will fight you for the next bearded man with several lines. The last few things I've done, there's been a pattern where I play teachers. I played a teacher last week in a thing. And I realized this is how I'm seen. I'm a teacher now. Like I never wanted to be a teacher, and now I'm just a pretend teacher who is paid better, but less often. Like, usually fired the day of, not fired, but like you're done. You did your day and now you're out. And that's what I am. And so, it's a treat to be able to come here and not be a teacher for the time and to be other things. Like when I was the HBO voice. That was a treat, because that's not me. They don't want me. Max don't want this voice. Max don't want to hear it. Max don't want me saying, hey, guess when the movie's on? They don't want me to be an assistant. They don't want me to be anything so far in Elsbeth. I gotta hope that they want to do a show where a teacher gets murdered. Like that's where we've gotten to, is where I have to be kind of like semi-relieved that schools are so violent now that I will benefit for like a day. Think about how rotten that is, that I have to have that thought in my head where I'm like, maybe there'll be an episode about violence in a school, and I could be the teacher who is killed or saw it or doesn't get killed and talks about it for a couple minutes and says, yeah, we were there and then we heard bullets and now I'm here and I'm telling you about it. And they say, thanks, Connor. You had your one day of work and you were better compensated than a real teacher who would actually face this danger, but in a way that is also like a trade-off, because you never have any job security at all, ever. And teachers don't have the security, the actual security that they need in the buildings. Oh, why did I get political again? The answer is because I'm present. And perhaps that's the final lesson that I'll impart to you tonight, which is that regardless of whether you are a disembodied voice providing information, saying when and where you can be entertained by something that other actors did, or whether you're just trying to do Mother's bidding, make Mother happy, and in the meantime, find a hidden reserve of strength and are rewarded by a good time with friends. Perhaps there is no finer reward in this life than to please one's mother while also having a good time with friends. Oh, what could be finer? To please mother whilst having a good time with friends. Or to finally capture the role that perhaps you were destined to play. And it might not be the destiny that you sought. It might not have been the wish that you would have wanted to have granted, to be the assistant of a murder victim on a CBS whimsical procedural about murder that has a very light tone, but does capture something of the city of New York. The city that anyone, be they an actor or non-actor, working or non-working, can freely stroll through any day of the week. These are the lessons we have learned tonight. And they're not the lessons that I came here to impart to you. These are the lessons that I learned from you. And if that's cloying, I apologize. But I never said that this show would be anything other than an acting class. And in some ways, there is nothing worse in this world than an acting class. But I thank you for coming here. I thank you for sharing. I thank you for sharing. I thank you for sharing. And I thank you for sharing. And I hope that you book that A24 movie. I hope that we all do. That's right. Thank you. My name is Tom Levin, and this has been The Acting Class.
Thank you all so much for coming out to the acting class here at UCB NYC. We hope you enjoyed the show.